Day 96, verses 10 to 13, Preparing the Ground. Namaste and welcome to Gita 360. Previously, the Gita described the characteristics of one who has attained the state of yoga. In today's verses, the Gita talks about the preparation required for attaining yogic mastery. Those who seek the state of yoga should reside in seclusion, constantly engaged in meditation with a controlled mind and body, getting rid of worldly desires and possessions. The Gita says that the yogi should practice in a secluded place, alone, with a disciplined mind, free from expectations and possessiveness. The instruction is significant. Throughout the Gita, we have been asked to remain engaged with life and fulfill our responsibilities. Yet here, the seeker is asked to spend time in solitude. When in contact with the world, the mind gets distracted. Hence, the creation of a space where the mind can settle without constant distraction is so important for yogic practice. A mind occupied by what it hopes to gain or fears losing finds it difficult to become still. Meditation requires a temporary stepping away from these concerns. It asks us to create a boundary around our attention so that the mind can settle. To practice yoga, one should look for a clean spot, having firmly established a seat that is neither too high nor too low, covered with kusha grass, a deer skin, and a cloth, one over the other. At first glance, these details may appear purely practical. However, they reveal that meditation is not approached casually. In the beginning, it needs the right environment. Just as a seed grows best in suitable soil, the mind settles more easily when the conditions around it support the practice. The emphasis is not on comfort or luxury, but on simplicity, stability, and care. The instruction that the seat should be neither too high nor too low reflects the same emphasis on balance and stability. The aim is to minimize distractions that would repeatedly pull attention away from the practice. Seated firmly on it, focusing on meditation with one pointed concentration and controlling the activities of the mind and senses, the yogi should practice yoga for the purification of the self. The yogi must hold the body, neck, and head firmly in a straight line and focus on the tip of the nose without allowing the eyes to wander around. Having described the environment, the Gita then describes the physical posture that is best suited for yogic practice. The mind needs to be focused and the senses brought under discipline. The body, head, and neck are to be held steady and aligned. Attention must be directed inward rather than constantly moving towards the world outside. What stands out in these verses is the care with which each step is described. Nothing is rushed. Before speaking about deeper states of meditation, the Gita focuses on posture, attention, and discipline. The message is subtle. Inner stillness does not appear by accident. It is supported by acts of preparation that help create conditions in which the mind can settle. Hence, the physical setup exists solely to serve one purpose. Once the body is anchored and stable, the real work of bringing the mind to a single point of focus can begin. We often focus on the outcome of an activity while paying little attention to the conditions that make that outcome possible. We want to concentrate better, but rarely examine the environment in which we work. We want meaningful conversations, but do not create the time for them. We seek peace, but move from one distraction to another without pause. These instructions remind us that preparation matters. Many things in life depend not only on what we do, but on the space we create for doing it well. A healthy habit, a meaningful relationship, a spiritual practice, or even a simple daily task often succeeds or fails long before the activity itself begins. Perhaps this is why the Gita spends so much time on preparation. The quality of what follows is often shaped by what comes before. Thought of the day. We often focus on results while overlooking the conditions that produce them. Pause for a moment today and reflect. What am I trying to improve in my life, and have I created the conditions that would allow it to flourish? Thank you for joining me on Gita 360. As we go through our day, may we remember that lasting change often begins with the simple act of preparing the ground before anything has yet begun to grow.